taxes. It allows you to pay it over 12 months. It spreads your tax bill out over a 12-month period. It's based upon your previous year's tax amount that you pay, and then we will make that adjustment once you sign up, and you will pay it over 12 equal installments. Next slide, please. There's no charge to participate in the program, and it's very useful to senior citizens. They're involved with it because it's a very sure way to budget, because many are on fixed incomes. But I often compare it to budget billing that you get for your power bill. So it's the same kind of deal. Next slide, please. Benefits, some of the taxing districts. The benefits to the taxing districts is that after you sign up, and the involvement is, we will match up the payments for the 12 payments and match those up to your 4 payments that would normally be due. So by the end of in December, by that last period of payments, we'll have made sure that you've paid up all of your taxes if you sign up on the monthly payment plan. Next slide, please. There's no charge to participate in that, by the way. The state property tax also has some relief programs. There's the circuit breaker, which is based upon if you're a senior or disabled. You have the Illinois income tax credit that will give you a percentage, 5% on your break on your from your property tax bill. And there's the senior citizens tax deferral. That is a program where seniors can sign up. The state will actually pay your property tax bill for you, but it is a form of a loan. It's at 6% right now, but there's a bill in the legislature to bring that down to 3.5%. We're hopeful that will pass. Next slide, please. How are they distributed? How are your tax dollars distributed? Again, once we collect them all, we distribute these monies back out to over 200 taxing districts in the county. And all of these distributions are based upon the budgets and the operating requests that the school districts have, the fire districts, the cities, the villages all have. That's what the amount of money they levy, that's how much they require to operate, and then that's how much we will distribute back to them to operate. Next slide, please. How are your tax dollars spent? I've got this breakdown, and I also put that on everybody's tax bill. The taxing districts, of course, they use property taxes for fire, for police. Joe could tell you there at the village that they need tax funds of this nature in order to provide essential services, street lights, etc. Some towns are fortunate enough to not have to rely so much on property taxes. When I was the administrator in O'Fallon, we had a number of car dealerships there, and when you sell a car, there's a lot of sales tax. So the city fathers and mothers made a conscious effort to not rely as much on real estate taxes, because we had a huge amount of funds. 65% of our general fund budget came out of sales taxes. And but now with the downturn in the economy, I'm told by my friends there at O'Fallon that they're starting to have to rely more on property tax revenues to pay the policemen and the fire and all those kinds of things. But we put on all the tax bills a breakdown of how your tax dollar is spent. Schools, on average, get 63 cents of a property tax dollar. Cities and villages get 16 cents. Other districts like library and fire get 8 cents. The county gets 8 cents, and townships get a nickel. So where can you get additional information? I'm trying to have as much of this information out on the internet as possible, because a lot of folks get on the computers in their home. You can get property assessment appeal information at the assessor's website. You can go to Madison County, Illinois, or you can Google that, and then you can get on that website that way. Or you could go to the circuit clerk's office to get information if you want to file a property tax objection. Next slide, please. Or you could come and go to madcotreasurer.org. That's where my help desk is. I've got all of this information available on the internet. The information, I've got forms, I've got applications, I've got contact numbers, phone numbers of assessors, helpful phone numbers on the website. We also have provided to you the brochures and forms that our office provides as well. And I believe with that, I'm done. Do you have any questions for me? Yes,
What's
sir.
the name of the website where you check property?
Zillow.com, ZILLOW.com. You could also go, if you have a realtor friend or whatever, you can go to a realtor, and if they have access to what's called the MLS, which is the multiple listing service, they could put all your information in there and pop off several different comparisons. I mean, this is what an appraiser would do, but that'd cost you about $500-600. So you could do it on your own. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Some people get themselves in trouble, financial trouble with the use of credit cards. Are there any qualifications required to pay taxes by credit card?
No, other than,
I mean, your credit card would have to be approved, of course, and the credit card company, not our office, charges what they call a convenience fee. But no, I mean, unfortunately, there are some people that are put in a position, or other people want the points off their credit card. They'll come in and tell us, because we'll say there's a convenience fee, it doesn't go to us, goes to the credit card companies. There are people that pay, we don't have
it's not a lot.
yeah,
We don't have a lot.
right.
But there are people that do it. There's a lady that signed up for the monthly payment plan. She pays $1 a month. Her taxes are like $12, so she pays $1 a month.
Was she living in a tent?
She's a senior and she's got a lot of exemptions, so she's.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I happened to see this year, just stumbling through stuff, that when property taxes aren't paid and they go to the sale,
Mhm.
I guess companies bid on that. Does that run through your office?
Yes.
What I saw was some unbelievable interest rates
Mhm.
that would have been, the venue of the mafia when I was younger. How can they possibly allow that these days? They're outrageously high.
Well, the state statutes allow up to 18%.
That's per month
interest.
though, isn't it?
That's
6 months.
It's 6 months.
18% for 6 months?
Yes. And what has, various counties do it various different ways. One of the first things that I did when I came into office was I looked at that because I came in January, and then the tax sale that we had to have occurred in February or March. And what I did was I brought in an auctioneer, a guy by the name of Homer Hinkie, who came in and told our staff on how to auction. We put all of the properties up on our website and showed all the properties we actually conducted an auction, and we were able to bring those interest rates down to an average of about 9%. So that's the way that
So the
works.
state should be shot for allowing that high of interest rates.
Well, don't they, it goes to whoever is willing to buy it for the lowest percentage, isn't it?
Right.
Isn't it? Okay. So it's,
It's a reverse, they call it a reverse auction.
right.
Oh, it's competitive.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it is that's that's the lowest rate that an investor was willing to buy it
Yeah.
to
Oh, I
get.
understand, but you're talking about somebody that couldn't pay their taxes.
Right. Oh, I know.
Yeah, but you're gonna get the property if he doesn't redeem it.
And you got that taxes.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I had one other too.
Yeah.
In the cycle of setting up the taxes, the taxing bodies, and school districts seem to be the most frequent users of it, will throw in a levy that is higher than they're going to get, and they're allowed to adjust it at the last minute so they don't exceed that 5% limit for a public hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that allowed to go through? It's a vague levy, and
Well, that's allowed by the state.
that is allowed by the state.
The state folks do that, and yeah, they do quite a bit. I've been to several town meetings, and people are upset about the property taxes that they pay, and I'm the guy, the public face of the
Right.
thing, because people write the checks out to them